Ashlands is finally here and brought with it 3 brand new armor sets and 2 new capes for you to try, as well as 2 new shields that I will completely break down. Plus, stick around to the end for my personal recommendation for best armor to use in the Ashlands, as well as a surprising nerf to a Mistlands favorite item. Stay tuned for that. First things first, to craft and upgrade these armor sets, we will need to build the crafting station upgrades for the Black Forge and Golder table. First, for the Black Forge, craft the metal and gem cutters. For the metal cutter, you'll need to defeat Charred for their bones, chop down ashland trees for ash wood, and mine flame metal in the middle of lava flows, and combine those with black marble from the Mistlands for the upgrade. The gem cutter, however, will require further progress into the biome beyond the flame metal and ash wood for a blood stone, which can be found inside charred chests within fortresses. The sinew, on the other hand, is a drop from the menacing Morgan. Having these upgrades will enable you to craft and fully upgrade the flame metal and Asksvin sets, as well as the Ashen Cape and both shields. Second, the Golder table will require the Feathery Wreath upgrade, which requires the acquisition of ash wood, once again, a Asksvin trophy from a slain Asksvin, and celestial feathers from the defiant fallen Valkyrie. Combine these with refined Iter for the upgrade. Improving the Golder table will enable the crafting and fully upgrading of the Embla Armor and Asksvin Cloak. To craft the round and tower flame metal shields at the Black Forge, you will require a ton of ash wood, flame metal, and Asksvin hide. The hide is dropped from the Asksvin where we got the trophy from earlier. The total crafting and upgrading cost for both is 85 ash wood, 42 flame metal, and 19 Asksvin hide, but I have provided a full breakdown of their stats and crafting/upgrading costs for you to use. My preference here, as usual, will be to lean into the round shield for the parry bonus, as tower shields do not have parrying capabilities. However, unlike most tower shields, the flame metal only comes with minus 10% movement speed, making it the most mobile tower shield in Valheim. Keep in mind too that each of these shields have different styles to choose from. Ensure you are choosing your favorite for crafting. The first of the 3 armor sets and the most badass looking of them all is the Flametal Armor. Composed of the breastplate, greaves, and helmet, this armor is unique in that it is the only armor to provide heat resistance with a total of 40%. As you will quickly learn, the waters off the coast of the Ashlands are hot and will burn you to death as you sit within it. The heat resistance provided by this armor will reduce the damage taken from the boiling sea. It will reduce damage from lava as well, but not enough to make it viable walking across it. It just does too much damage. To craft and fully upgrade this armor, you must gather 224 flame metal, hunt for 27 Asksvin hide, extract a Morgan heart, refine 16 Iter, and retrieve 7 charred bones. I will include a summary of every armor set, their stats, and their crafting recipes at the end for you to review. Before jumping into the second armor set, you compare the Ashen Cape with your flame metal armor for even more protection. Unlike every other cape in the game, this one provides significant armor with 12 at its base, rising to 18 at max level. No other cape in Valheim has a starting armor level greater than 1, making this cape one of the best ever made. On top of that, it comes with added benefits of resistance of frost. Not much help in the Ashlands, of course, but a nice touch. Its real strength comes from the attack and block stamina usage reduction of 10 and 20% respectively. To acquire the ingredients for this cape, hunt Asksvin for 18 hide, Morgan for 2 sinew, and continue mining for 4 flame metal and craft it at the Black Forge. The second armor set is the Ask Armor, composed of the breastplate, trousers, and hood. While this armor comes with reduced armor compared to the flame metal, it shines in that neither its breastplate nor its trousers deliver a movement speed reduction. It almost seems as if this set is missing a set bonus or other benefit, because otherwise it does seem a bit underwhelming. Keep in mind, this was recorded in the public test branch, so this may change for the final release. That said, crafting and upgrading this set is more straightforward, requiring 120 Asksvin hide from the Ashlands, but 48 lox pelt and 225 linen thread from the plains. The second cape is the Asksvin Cloak, crafted at the Golder table, which offers one of the most unique benefits of any armor piece ever added to Valheim. In addition to a reduction in stamina usage to roll of 15%, it also gives you a speed boost with the wind at your back. While incredibly situational, it could be the difference between life and death in this dangerous biome. To craft and upgrade it, gather Asksvin hide, 18 will allow you to fully upgrade it, and hunt 2 Morgan for their sinew. And third, for the mage casters, is the Embla set, composed of the robes, trousers, and hood. This set sits at the bottom of the list with respect to armor provided, but more than makes up for it, giving you 115% increased Iter regeneration if wearing all 3 pieces. Plus, it also comes with a smaller movement speed reduction than flame metal. To craft and fully upgrade this set at the Golder table, we will have to hunt more Asksvin, the poor Asksvin, for 22 of their hide, minus 17 flame metal, in addition to a huge pile of 224 linen thread and 145 refined iter. That said, I promise that spellcasting is worth it, as 4 badass staves were added in this update. Apart from all the introduced Ashlands armor, the fan favorite Feather Cape has been changed. No longer is it resistant to frost damage, but rather is very weak to fire. Going forward, you will take damage from the mountains cold if only wearing this cape, plus fire damage from enemies like the Jarl, and surely those in the Ashlands will be lethal. On the bright side, they did add 20% increased jump height and reduced jumping stamina cost by 20%. Plus, you can have some wicked fun with the catapult. Before getting to my recommendations, these are the grand totals for materials required to craft all 3 armor sets, the 2 capes, and both shields. Furthermore, the full table of armor stats and associated costs as promised. Keep in mind, the max quality that can be achieved is 3 for this armor. The quality level of 4 is locked behind additional craft station upgrades that will surely come in a subsequent Valheim update. As for recommendations, I am happy to provide 2 options. First, if you know me, despite me calling this set underwhelming, I'm too much of a movement speed fanboy and therefore recommend selecting the Ask set. That said, replace the Ask hood with the Flame Metal helmet. Neither the Flame Metal or Ask hood reduce your movement speed, and for that reason, the Flame Metal is objectively better, providing more armor, plus it looks incredible. As for capes, you cannot go wrong with either one. That said, considering the reduced armor of the chosen Ask set, I choose the Ashen Cape for the additional armor provided and absolutely busted stamina and block usage reductions. Secondly, the full Embla set is a blast to use, taking advantage of the 4 new staves that have been added in this update. It is an obvious upgrade over the iter weave, giving a total of 15% more iter regeneration, in addition to 3 more armor per piece. That said, I think it's safer to go with a melee wielding class to tackle this biome, but the Embla set could thrive, providing support to your melee dealing friends when playing with others. And that is armor in the Ashlands. If you have any more questions, check out my full biome overview on screen now.